One more lap, Jon?
When I started running ultras, it was definitely just for completion and being in awe of the fact that this was a long distance, and that was, you know, scary enough and epic enough by itself. But I didn't have the same race mentality that I think other runners who I'm running against automatically have from their past and their background. So that's been like a long-term development. I'm Jon Rea, professional trail ultra runner, training for the Black Canyon 100K here at home in Boulder, Colorado. Yeah, 2 weeks away from Black Canyon. I'm feeling excited. I guess I haven't really confronted race mindset totally yet. Next week is when I'll start really thinking hard about it. The last few months have been a pretty typical winter training for me. More workouts, fewer long runs, and I think I would have done that regardless of what race I was going to do. So I've been doing 3 workouts a week, which is a lot for me. 1 long run or sometimes no long runs.
Oh, there's some humans.
Yeah, the workouts I've been doing definitely have prepared me to go into that mode of competing, where I do feel capable of responding to a surge or making my own surge and then being able to relax but not totally take the foot off the gas pedal and keep moving hard. Okay, grab the other shoes. Yeah, yesterday we only got it for a little while before.
I like the setup.
So the main workout was, 10 reps of 200 meters hard, 300 meters float, bookended by 1 mile at threshold, both at the beginning and at the end. So extend the volume of threshold work, practice running with good form and fast while tired at the end, and as a good kickoff to start off the intervals as well.
One more lap, Jon?
Yeah, one more lap. Do a couple strides.
When's the start?
Right now?
Right now?
Ready?
You're flipping it?
1 mile threshold?
Yeah, 1 mile threshold. Aiming for 5:15, 5:20. Okay, here we go. The 200 meters aiming for about 4:30, 4:40 pace, and then the float aiming for 5:20 to 5:30 pace. I've been doing a bunch of this type of flux workout where your body has to adapt to changes in pace. So it's sort of like a really hard sprint. I've been some of them on the trail, some of them on the track, but really hard for 30 seconds, build up some lactic acid, and then keep running fast, but force your body to process the junk that you just built up. And so it's like going through these surges and changes in paces in the middle of intervals during workouts has been a recurring theme for the last 2 months of workouts, basically.
Yeah, this is the old
women's course. This is the CU cross-country course, so they have a mile marker.
Nice.
Over the last year, I feel like most training blocks that I've done leading up to a race, I've had just 1 or 2 breakthrough workouts where I did something that I had never done before. Before Javelina, I'd done mile repeats, and those were the fastest mile repeats I had done. But in this last couple of months of winter training, I hadn't had any breakthrough workouts until last weekend when I did a long run, and it was like a breakthrough long run for me. So it's funny that I've been doing all of this speed work and all of these workouts that with shorter intervals, but none of them were that exceptional. But then the one breakthrough run that I had was the long run that I did, which I was the most worried about because I haven't been doing long runs, and so they felt unfamiliar, and I was worried about how it would feel. But yeah, that was the one that actually went through some progress. Yeah, I'll froth the milk for my hot chocolate. So I originally moved to Colorado because my dream job was staff scientist at the National Renewable Energy Lab. I'm doing similar things now. I work at RMI. It's a philanthropically funded nonprofit working to accelerate the energy transition, renewable energy, clean energy. The trail running world is very active in climate action and environmentalism in general. And so I follow that ethos for sure in both my work life and the rest of my life, like basically trying to live as if I don't have a car and biking places, eating vegetarian, banking with a climate action bank, etc. I make all of those gestures towards the same ethos of trying to live a moral, high-valued life. End of work day, time for some strength work, which I always do on the same days as workout days. That if I don't do any strength work, my legs will feel a little flat or stale. So just sort of maintenance, balance, peripheral muscles. So in 2021, I did the Quad Rock 25 mile, and my coach gave me the instructions of, I want to see you win or crash and burn. Like, make sure you're in first place halfway through the race. And that went well, and I won the race. And so I've been learning how to race and like asserting myself. This feels like an experiment, but I mean, why not experiment it? Like, that's the only way to grow, is to try doing something new or different. And so basically taking risks in the first half and going for it earlier on has been a fun learning edge at CCC. The one-word race plan that I got from my coach was compete. And so that one word, compete, was going through my head on repeat. And so it was like, what is the action I can take right now that represents the word compete? And so I figured that out at CCC, and that was really fun, and that was just like such a thrilling experience to be compete, and that going through my head. And so I'm trying to replicate that now, and I feel like I did replicate it at Javelina, and I'm hoping I can continue to replicate it with real racing.